Great.
Imagine that took like 10 minutes, like with the Ouija board, like moving each letter.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, we we got another two questions. What did you dream of? Or was a nice dream? Did
Uh,
you? There's just one question.
he says, I didn't dream.
Oh, did something weird happen before you sleep? Anything like flash of lights or some turbulence or
Uh, he says, no, nothing strange.
okay, you useless. Go back to hell.
That's terrible. Okay, Glenn fades back.
I don't think they have much answers, these people. So
You guys want to try the pilots?
Yeah, at least the pilot wouldn't be sleeping.
I should probably
Listen,
make a fear check.
we've got to narrow it down to who we ask the questions to, because we don't want to ask the dead people. We want to ask the people who survived, don't we? Or we want to.
I cannot ask alive
Locate
people.
Yeah. Use
Well,
your
the seance
location.
spell will only allow them to ask people who are actually dead.
Have you got locate?
I got locate. I got locate. Yeah.
Locate allows a caster to find these hidden things when casters use a spell. An object, a creature, or location. No, it doesn't
If
say
I've never
person.
seen the target, I roll at
Is a
-2.
person a
So
creature?
yeah.
Right.
So do we know why Gladys
Do we
was
have any
traveling
photos?
to the United States?
No, you don't have photos. You might be able to get photos.
Do we know why Gladys took the flight to Alaska?
Hang on, let me see. I believe that they mentioned why.
Is she American or Canadian?
She's Canadian. She's from Whitehorse, Canada, which is in the Yukon. And she was heading to Fairbanks, Alaska for a holiday, and I think it was just a holiday. I don't think she was planning to meet someone in Fairbanks. I think she was just taking a holiday in Fairbanks. Yeah, I think that's all it was. I don't think I wrote it down, but I think it was just a holiday.
Okay, I'm just thinking that we need to figure out why these specific people were left conscious, sort of. So asking about why they were going to Alaska and stuff like this, you know. I don't think we have much else to go on.
Well, the seance
try
spell will
location.
allow you to speak to people who are dead. The locate could allow you to try to locate someone who's alive or dead, but the locate will only tell you the direction and approximate distance.
Good enough.
It would be better if I get a photo of them. Can we get a photo?
You could probably
police
ask
have
Constable McDonald at the RCMP station.
Let's go ask him.
Yeah, how much help do they want, the Canadian police?
Sorry, you're saying how much?
How much help do they want?
So they asked us here because Gladys wanted to talk to us, right?
Right.
But,
Gladys said she wouldn't talk to anybody else.
Yeah, but doing the investigation for them, like, how are they?
They haven't asked you to do anything except just talk to her.
Did
Can we
we
get hold
report
of a
back?
map of the area? Like a large
Yes.
map of of
Right.
the region.
Let me put that
Try
up
your
for you.
locate spell and see if you can work out the direction they're in and the distance, because then we can maybe work out where they are. Sydney Staffer or Stouffer, Edward French, and Barney Burnham. You've got 3 options. Hopefully, they're all together.
Let me just make a fear check for my seance.
Okay. First, this is the flight path going from Whitehorse to Fairbanks, and the X marks where the aircraft actually crashed. And I have another map. Hang on. Okay, I don't know if this second map came up for you. This is the Yukon area map. And at the top is Dawson City, where you guys are now. And let me put some markers on the map here. Okay, so I've put 2 markers on the map, which is the crash site and where she was discovered.
So she had like what, 4 days with a broken leg?
Yeah, about that much.
She was found at that riverbank, or like did she walk all the way to the road?
Well, Arthur Johnson, the scout, said that the path down the mountain and then across the, especially the path down the mountain is very rocky and rugged. And he didn't think somebody with an injured leg could get down the mountain. Plus the fact it's late winter, there's a lot of snow on the ground, and she didn't have snowshoes or skis, and he didn't think it was possible for her to walk in her shoes and inadequate clothes with no equipment all the way to the river. So he doesn't know how she got to the river.
Did she say anything about like walking on the or just she just lay there with the broken leg?
No, she was found walking, and she said that one moment she was on the plane and the next minute she was walking along the river.
Oh, she okay.
So I see the markers, but I don't see the descriptions, so like they're not clickable or.
Yeah,
Sorry,
she's
let
on
me
the
make sure those
on the right.
descriptions are shared. I can share those now since you already have this information.
Let's go talk to the constable guy who might have the photos.
Okay, well, I mean, hotel over to the RCMP station. You get there and he's there. He says, welcome back. How did your conversations with Miss March go?
Very nice. Can you get her? Can you get her like someone to do her makeup? You know? She just doesn't feel very pretty there.
Yes, there are people in town who can do her hair and makeup. I can make some calls. One
Yeah.
thing though, when she actually already had someone come in and do her hair and makeup.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see from the log that she was asking for someone for that.
Yeah, no, she actually had somebody doing her hair and makeup like the second time you guys showed up.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Um,
We want photos of the people that are missing. Do you have any?
he says, yes, I can get you photos. Um, he brings out a folder and opens up. He says, I'm sorry, I can't let you take it with you, but you can look at it here.
Did
Okay,
you show
I'm
them
gonna.
did you show them to Gladys?
Have they not got a photocopier?
Yeah, it's 1979, so there are no photocopiers. They would have to
No.
like send it to a photo studio to make copies. That's why he's saying you can only look at it at the RCMP station.
I forgot.
I'm just gonna take
Maybe.
good look and absorb the whole images.
Okay. Yeah, they have photos of each of the people there. Plus, they'll have information like their hometowns, where they were going, why they were going, that kind of thing. Okay, and then what's your next thing you're gonna do?
Go somewhere private and try to locate them. Just
Although,
pick one. Do you have any preference on who should we locate, or doesn't matter?
weren't there 4 people missing?
Yes, Tanya, Sydney, Edward, and Bonnie.
Let's look for Bonnie. And where is it? Let's locate. I did my, what do you call this? Investment. I just close my eyes and I get a little tiny mirror, like for makeup.
Okay,
Instead
you
of
get
seeing
a general
myself,
direction, and give me a second to work out how far it.
is there a place on the character sheet to take note of my PowerPoints? I don't see. It should be in the power place.
Have you got your arcane background set up?
I guess.
It
I
should be
just
there, then.
wrote it on the notes.
You need to drop it onto your character sheet from the edges, which is a medium, is it? Arcane background medium.
Yeah. I'm gonna remove it and put it. But if I remove it, I'm gonna lose my powers. Here I go. Yeah, no PowerPoints came up.
Oh, your attacks page, I think.
No.
It's hard to, I can't remember because I haven't got a character with powers. So
Oh well, just put in the notes.
Yeah, I'm looking at your power page, and there's nothing. And combat, there's nothing. So I have no idea. We'll look for it. We'll make a note to look for it. Maybe it's on main somewhere. It might simply be it's in your arcane background. Yeah, because like your PowerPoints are listed on your arcane background, 15 points. But I don't think it's listed on the sheet. It would be kind of useful if you had your PowerPoints listed on your sheet, and like when you used a power, it would like subtract it.
it normally is.
I
think you have to-
remember
you have to
with
do it
Johan,
yourself.
there was PowerPoints on the power tab. Oh well.
Interesting. Well, we'll let me make a note and I'll look for it later. It might be something to do with options. Maybe I clicked an option somewhere to turn off PowerPoints.
Oh yeah, there is an option for that. Yeah, no PowerPoint is on. It's right down the bottom of the options.
Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah, let's turn that off. I think I prefer PowerPoint.
Oh, now I see it. Nice.
All right, so it's about 130 kilometers away from Dawson City, but you've got the general direction.
That's far. Can we? Let me see the map again.
Maybe we could talk to Arthur about flying us down there. How far away is it?
Yeah, how did we get here? Did we use commercial plane or did we use our
No,
favorite
you
pilot?
used Bumpy. Bumpy flew you down.
Is there an
So just-
airfield near there?
Um, let me see.
Is Bumpy around?
Oh yeah, he's staying in the hotel. No, they're 130 kilometers in the direction that you're looking. There's not very much out there. There are some towns out in that direction, but no airports.
I think you should
But
do the same for the
Yes.
other missing people and see if they're all in the same place or if they're scattered around.
Let's get a map and measure the distance. So we can like, oh, is it a different town? Is it in the middle of nowhere?
I mean, they might have been randomly dropped off all over the place. I mean, if you check the others and see where they are, they might be scattered in different places, or they could all be together. I think that's unlikely. But if once we know where they are, we can contact the local police in that area and see if anyone's been found wandering around with no memories.
I did not find the map. That it just show us with the crash site. Oh no, not this one. Here, found it. Okay. So there, the black arrow is the direction.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had it close. Um,
What are the markers again on the map?
the crash site
one is
and where they
the
found
crash site, and one is where Gladys was found.
from the map. Can we better locate the measure all the way and see if it's a city, is in the middle of nowhere?
I mean,
Okay,
if they have been dropped
um,
off out in the middle of nowhere, they could be dead by now from exposure, couldn't they? I mean, or try your seance to see if they're dead.
I
If
think I
you
can only
can't
locate
contact them,
living
you
people.
know they're alive.
I cannot.
no,
if
he's
if
saying
it-
do a seance.
Do
Try
a
a
seance.
seance on them.
If you can't contact them, then they're probably alive.
I think the locate spell requires the creatures to be alive, or no? I don't know.
Well, I guess if you're searching for a body, that would be an object then.
Yeah.
So technically, it could work.
It could work, or if they were dead.
So looking at the
Yeah.
map, what are the more hospitable places to be 150 kilometers to the southwest? Can you roads, rivers, easy places?
Okay, I need a minute or two to put some things on a map here.
Instead of just breaking the game.
Are we skipping game content again? Because like the hacking time.
Okay, I think I'm ready here. I'm gonna go back to a different map here. Now, let's see, you guys were looking for Tanya, right?
I think I said Bunny. Bunny burn.
Yeah, Barney.
Yeah, Boney. We're looking for Boney. She's sister of Honey.
Wow, that's quite a. It's about the same distance away from the crash site, is it? No, it's further away than. So it's further
Yeah,
away from the crash
because
site.
Gladys was found um 20 something kilometers away. Hang on.
So that's got to be another 20 or 30 kilometers further on, isn't it?
Yeah, she was found 25 kilometers southeast of the crash site.
It seems like the same arc of the flight was for the people location.
Sorry, I'm going to pass out some bennies here. Who mentioned the Ark? Is that Warren?
Sarah.
Oh, no.
I could try to do it. It has a duration of 10 minutes. So that means I can sense the position during all those 10 minutes. I mean, I
Can you
mean, we're
sense
very
whether?
far.
Can you
I'm
sense
very
whether she's
far away.
moving?
Yeah. Can I
Can you
sense
sense
if
whether
she's
she's moving or
moving? I
stationary?
don't know if
No,
that's
she's not
possible.
moving.
No, I'm
We
moving.
need we need to tell the search parties, whoever's doing the searches, the police, isn't it? That we believe she's in this location.
It almost looks like they went for the airplane door and they just fell. And maybe Bonnie fell first, and then that's why she's behind.
So they just drifted like 30, 40 kilometers.
No, yeah, but the time is a weird thing. I could try to locate someone else.
Can you locate the others while your spell is still running, or do you have to
I need
cast
to.
I think that would be a different. I
Cast
think
it
you'd
again.
have to recast
recast?
to
Yeah.
search for a
Okay.
different one.
I can do it. I'm a powerful lady. I just wipe the blood from my nostrils. Yeah, I can do it. And then I cast locate again for.
You get a
Let's
nosebleed every
see.
time you do this.
Edward French. Where are you, sir?
Okay, so this time Edward French is almost in the same line as Bonnie, but he's maybe closer to like 300 kilometers
Yeah.
away.
So the blue dot
Then how
is the
about
blue
no?
dot like the expected travel
I'll sort
journey,
it out.
like
Going out.
plan?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
The
blue
journey?
line was
And-
where they
I'll
were
do it later.
supposed to fly.
and then maybe the plane diverged, went the wrong way for some reason, and then just made an arc over there. Yeah. All right. All right. Is it moving or?
No.
Okay, I think we should be getting the military, the mounted police. Mounted police, is it?
Yeah, let's talk to
Canadian
Nelson.
Mounted Police.
I'm
From
going to
Nelson.
say,
Nelson.
actually, I'm going to change that. I'm going to say Edward French is a little bit closer to Bonnie. He's going to be around 200 kilometers or so.
Gonna go talk to Nelson, and then ask for a map, and then I'll tell. It's gonna be very weird, but Edward's probably here, and Bunny's here. You should probably send someone to go to that location. They don't seem to be moving.
They could be frozen to death.
And I'm gonna
got
get
enough-
arrested. Why do I know that?
Have you got enough power to do it again?
And now I got two bloody nostrils. Come on. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how much more information we can get by locating all of them. I guess the families will be happy.
Well, they might still be
Okay.
alive and can tell us what happened.
All right, so Sarah, while you're doing, after you finish locating Edward, you end up going to your bag. You take out like a piece of paper and a crayon. You don't know you're doing this, but everybody else sees you doing this. And you sit down at the table and you start drawing.
I don't realize I'm doing that.
No. And you draw with a crayon and a pen, and this is what you draw.
It's a nice picture. I like it.
Can you stop doodling? Trying to investigate stuff, man. What are you doing? You bored, are you? Bored? Drawing crap like that?
Okay.
This is very taxing on my mind, okay? I'm here doing all the job. You guys just do you want a crayon too to draw? You're not doing anything.
Gregory is copying it to his notebook.
Okay. So what are you guys going to do? You guys know the location of Bonnie and Edward. Where they are located, there are some towns nearby, but they're not like basically the Yukon is a large area of wilderness, and there aren't many roads. It's a very sparsely populated state, or I guess the correct term is province.
I think we should talk to Arthur. Explain to him that Sarah's had a psychic vision of where these people are, and only he with his helicopter can help us get there.
Who exactly is Arthur?
Arthur's the
Helicopter
guide that you
pilot.
met at the RCMP station.
He's also a Native American, isn't he? Or
Yeah.
Native Canadian, or
That's right.
First Nation, whatever they call them.
All right, so you guys are going to head
Morning,
back to the
I believe.
RCMP and talk to Arthur?
The guy who the police guy is McDonald, right?
That's right.
I wanted to go there and tell him the location of the people.
Okay, all right. He's gonna say, I see. How do you know this location?
You're probably not gonna believe me, but I can see. I can kind of do some weird things. I cannot. It's just a hunch, okay? It's just a hunch.
Okay. He's like, okay, we'll make a note. That's
Can I try persuade roll?
okay, try it.
To do what?
Need him to believe you.
To persuade the person to
That your
spend
hunches are
a lot,
good.
a lot of yeah.
Okay, make a persuasion roll.
I say she's got a history of making good predictions. You know, she's genuine psychic.
Well, we can send Arthur. Arthur has the helicopter. If you'd like to go with him,
Yeah,
he can fly
yeah.
you out there.
Definitely. Yeah.
All right. He says, is tomorrow morning okay?
Yeah.
Okay. He says, just come to the airport at 6 o'clock, and I'll ask Arthur to fly you out there.
Can we have a look at a map? Look for
Preachy
roads
bollocks.
or rivers that
Excuse
have
me.
the same shape as the sketch. So we're looking for a river island, like two. It looks like two islands in a river.
Okay, they'll bring out some maps.
I suppose the rivers would be the first thing to look at because there's less of them.
Okay.
How many roads are up there? Is there?
Okay. So they bring out the map. Let's see, whose idea was it to look at the map and look at the rivers? Is that Trey?
Warren.
Warren. I'll get it one of these days. All right. So which rivers are you going to look at? Just kind of like all the rivers in the area, or which rivers?
Down near where Bonnie's been detected, and who the other person?
Edward.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
So make a notice roll, or make a research roll. Make a research roll to look on the map. Okay, you don't see any places on the river near near Bonnie, and there's no river near Edward.
Where's Bonnie?
On the
She's just in
second.
an area of wilderness,
Oh, no, third.
130 kilometers to the
So
southeast.
this drawing looks like a river, doesn't it?
That's where Gladys was.
Yeah.
What? That's a rubbish drawing. Can we have a drawing where someone else was?
That's a lot of territory.
Yeah,
well,
but just find us. You could use your psychic powers to find something we don't already know. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. And,
well, you could check you could check the river where Gladys was. Gladys was found by a river.
Why don't you use your psychic powers if you complain so much?
I've got no psychic
Okay.
powers. I've got
we
gun.
can use your sex. You can try to.
I've got a gun. If what I do is point a gun at people's heads and they tell me the truth, it's amazing.
Wow.
Read the mind of the
You can try to use them again when we get there.
Okay,
Look
is
up
there-
your PowerPoints? And so when we get there, it will be easier to track them down. Direction stuff.
Do you guys want to do anything else with the maps or with the drawing?
Well, if we find a river with the island in it, if there's a massive spider on it, I'm going to freak out. Because that's what it looks like.
Spider.
Legged. It's the big 8-legged spider standing on the small island. It's so big it's
Well,
striped.
Oh,
if you
from the
didn't find
drawing.
it near Bonnie or Edward, you could try looking somewhere else or asking someone.
I think we should maybe follow the sort of curve that these locations are showing us and see if there's any rivers with islands along that curve.
I think
Um,
that's what I drew.
Flight
I,
path,
the
flight
largest
path.
river on that path is the river where Gladys was found, the Stewart River.
Let's have a look at the river where she was found. Then is there a
Okay,
island?
make another research roll to track the river.
Getting good research rolls.
this kind of looks like it. Like
Yeah, I tried doing a support role. Yeah, I found it. I know exactly where it is.
Rip the map in half.
Stewart River.
Sorry, give me a moment here.
I drew in blue. Like that place kind of looks like the drawing.
Sorry, let me go to my other map here. I know I can see it on that map, but I'm not seeing it right now. Okay, you find a place on the map that's to the south of where Gladys was found. That looks just like Sarah's drawing. The river splits around and there's an island and then another island as the river kind of splits in three parts.
How far away is that from where we are now? Not far away, is it? We could stop there on the way if we're flying down tomorrow.
I thought it was gonna be like this place over here. There's an X. There's an island there. Oh. There's multiple places. Yeah.
It's about 100 kilometers from Dawson City. And it's about 10 kilometers from where Gladys was found.
I think we should check it out when we fly down there tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Show the map to Arthur Johnson. Say this location is also of interest.
How much people can get into the helicopter?
I'm sure you could probably fit like 8 people. Like it's a big helicopter.
Okay, so even if we need to rescue someone, there will be still enough space over there.
All right, let me bring in another picture here.
A page out.
All right, groovy. Crispy. Okay. Yeah.
All right, sorry about that. Went on a wild goose chase there looking for my drawing.
Where was it hiding?
It was hiding in my folder. All right,
Can't believe
so first, are you guys gonna head towards the river bend? Go look at that little area of river that you found.
You guys want to do that on the way back? We go
No, on the
search
way there.
for Bonnie and then go back.
It's on the way, isn't it? So we may as well go there first.
I think we should look for
Oh.
people first. They might not have much time. I mean, it's been 3 days since Gladys was found. It's cold as fuck.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
search for people. first.
Now, who are you gonna look for first? Are you gonna head towards Edward or Bonnie
The closest
first?
one, Bonnie.
Okay, Bonnie. All right. All right. So Arthur is going to fly out about 130 kilometers. Now, by the time you get there, like it's the next morning, right? So like you're going to get back your PowerPoints that you spent from sleeping and from the evening and everything. But you're just going to have kind of a general location. You know about how far it is, you know in what direction it is, but once you're going to get there, you're not going to know exactly where to go.
I think I can cast it again when we get there, maybe.
So
Mm,
he's going to find a landing spot, and he'll find a clearing where there aren't so many trees, but it's in a heavily forested area. Okay.
I can cast it again with the. Can I use the modifier, like spend the extra PowerPoint to get the extra effect?
I think so.
How does those work? It is the
But-
find the path. In addition to the direction and distance, the target can also has supernatural sense of the best or fastest way to navigate through its general area.
Okay, that sounds good. I'm also going to give you like kind of a mental bonus on that because you're looking for something you've already located. All right, that'll do it. So you're able to know exactly where Bonnie is and how to get there. And you navigate to the place and you find a body. The body is buried in the snow. But from where the body has come down, the body's in bad shape when you find it. Now it's preserved because of the cold. But the body is in kind of traumatic condition.
Does it look
It's
like he has
broken up.
fallen from a plane?
What's that?
It looks like he has fallen from a plane.
Probably. It's hard to tell. It's broken up pretty badly, and you can kind of see where like tree branches and so forth were broken as it fell down through the trees.
They were not abducted by aliens. They somehow just fell from the plane. I don't know how our girl survived with just a broken leg, but
Maybe she landed in a snowdrift.
Arthur will wrap up the body and put it in kind of like a special container that's on the side of the helicopter that's used for transporting like people who are injured and that kind of thing. And so are you guys going to go and look at the Edward French location?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Mhm.
Make your roll to locate Edward French. All right. So you find Edward French, and in this case, Edward French has come down in a clearing in heavy snow. But again, obviously, he's fallen from a great height. Even though he landed in the snow, he landed deep in the snow. He was buried by subsequent snow, and suffered crushing injuries.
while people is gathering his body, I should probably do another seance. Oh no, not a seance. The locate spell for the other missing. So we can find their bodies as Sydney Stauffer, and Tonya Smith.
Yeah, Tanya Smith and Sydney. Okay, so make your roll to discover Tanya and Sydney.
I'm gonna have to spend Benny for 5 points. Is that it?
Yes.
12, and then I think I need. Okay, bang, locate for Sydney.
And one for Tanya. I guess you would have done Tanya later. You find Sydney between Bonnie and Edward, and you're able to go to that location quickly enough before the spell runs out to find Sydney. And again, he's come down in the trees, broke through branches on his way down, but obviously he fell to his death. And I will say that you do the same for Tanya Smith. You can locate her area. Probably it's going to take more than 10 minutes to get there, though. So I'm going to make you guys do, like, you're not going to have any PowerPoints left, right?
I can do it
You
again.
can spend a penny to
Okay.
get his PowerPoints back.
Yeah, okay.
I cast it twice. Like first
Yeah, if
time
you just, all
without
you do is drag a
the.
penny onto your power tab, and it will just restore 5 pennies or 5 PowerPoints.
That's useful to
I can
know.
cast. I can cast it normally, just to get the general direction, and then when we get there, I cast it with the modifier to get the precise location.
Okay, all right. Okay, make your rolls. Okay, and you locate Tanya. Tanya is just ahead of Bonnie. And again, she lands in a snowdrift in a clearing. Fall injuries. Arthur's going to end up stacking them up in the cargo area.
Oh boy. Let's get back and stop by the special spot.
Okay, all right. Now, once you get to the area, let me share this with you.
How long does that all take?
It's going to take a few
Recover
hours.
fast.
It's gonna take like most of the day because you're stopping at places, you're picking people up, you're loading them up. So like it's going to be evening by the time you get back.
How many PowerPoints I recover from time pass?
I'm going to say like 5. Okay. Now, you guys land. Where is it that you want to land in this area?
On the
Small
island.
island. Small island.
Okay, he'll find
Yeah,
a clearing on the island to land. And then what's your plan?
Yeah, what is our plan?
Well, I suppose we just search. I mean, you could do
How big is this place? Can we-
Not very big. Hang on, I can tell you exactly.
with Canada being
It's
Canada,
about
probably massive.
it's around 200 meters wide and about 700 meters long.
Wow, it's quite a big island then to search. I mean,
Sure.
we could just
We
walk
can
over
do
it.
like, or we can go by helicopter, flying low, just around the island to see if we can
the
find anything
downdraft
weird.
might blow away any clues that we don't really want to do that. I don't think.
Yeah, and it's evening. It's hard to see.
Not
Let's
that
just,
level.
Well, you do have kind of an idea where to look.
yeah, we got the X, haven't we? So we go to the approximate location of that X that's on the map. and use our notice skills.
Come on, guys. That was just a drawing. I don't know why I did. I don't know why I did that.
It's because you're psychic.
Don't call me that name. I don't like it.
All right, give me a second here.
It's a crashed flying saucer.
All right. So I'm going to need a survival roll to search the area.
Untrained, baby.
All right, Sarah, you go right to it. You find an orange backpack.
I don't have survival. I'm just going to notice stuff.
And nearby, Trey, you find something's been buried in the snow near a tree. You can tell the snow has been disturbed.
Ah, yeah, okay. I'm going to have a careful look, prod it with a stick, see what's there.
Okay. There's something in the snowbank.
A turd.
I searched the backpack.
Okay. In the backpack, you find a gas mask.
I guess like, that's all.
A gas mask.
Is it a modern one or is it like an old one? World War II?
Make a common knowledge roll. It's not new. It looks old. Looks like maybe like an old World War II era, like military surplus gas mask. It's got like a little oxygen container that
What about
like is worn on the belt. And it's
what
got
about
like
the
filters on the sides.
Is the backpack contemporary or is that old as well?
Contemporary. Looks fairly new. Trey, are you gonna dig into the snowbank?
Yeah, slow carefully, but yeah.
All right. As you're digging into the snow, you
Gonna
find
help.
something white buried in the snow. Looks like a sheet.
Parachute.
And when you pull it out, it is a parachute.
Ah, noting.
That's how Gladys made it.
Do you think that this woman that's in hospital jumped out of the aircraft with a parachute
Yes.
on?
With a
Or
parachute.
somebody hitched her to
She's found near here, wasn't she?
Dylan's
So
house.
all the others died. I mean,
She could be held by somebody with a parachute.
You mean she was prepared to jump instead of just jumping like the others?
She said
Did
that
she
somebody
knew?
Someone buried
said
that
somebody
parachute. It
opened
didn't
the
bury
door.
itself, did it? That is a buried parachute. It wasn't
I mean-
accidentally. It's not
I
like it
want to
would
look at the.
do that on its
I want
own.
to
Yeah?
look at the backpack. I want to investigate the backpack and
Okay.
The backpack was
for
not.
any sort of
Backpack.
clues as to its origins. Is
The
there any
backpack
sort
was
of,
not buried, right?
Right.
If
The
it was
backpack was just left on the ground.
If it was on a plane, it would have been checked in as hand luggage, so it might have tags on it. That's what I'm looking for.
Um, hang on just a second. Let me check. Okay. Let's see. Oh, hang. Yeah, there's no tape, no tags, nothing like that on it.
Okay. we got,
There's no like name tag thing on it.
Have we got any
Um,
plastic bags on the plane that we could put it in? Evidence bags or
yeah, you could. I'm sure that there are plastic bags on.
body bag? I think it's evidence. I think the police can maybe get fingerprints off it, off the mask, the gas mask maybe.
I think we should dig out the parachute as well. See if it's the same kind of parachute that's used on this plane that crashed, or some other.
A model, yeah.
If I mean, we haven't done any sort of background checks into this woman, have we? I mean, if she's had parachute training somewhere,
Oh, hang on
would,
just a second. Let me check something really quick. That's a good question.
I think there
There's
was
something there I
somebody
didn't think
else.
about until you mentioned.
this explains how, because Arthur Johnson says there's no way she could have walked from the crash site down to where she was found. Well, she didn't, did she? She parachuted, which is a bit weird. But normally take a parachute on a flight.
Maybe she was scared.
Yeah, it was just luck, wasn't it? She just happened to have a parachute on her.
I mean, doesn't the plane have parachutes?
I doubt
Emergency.
it. Yeah. Not a civil plane.
No?
Not normally.
Sorry, give me a second here. I'm just going to look up something. I thought I had a name for something, but it's not where I usually keep it. Okay, you do find a logo on the parachute, and we're gonna call this Falling Angels White Horse.
Mhm. So like a parachute club or something.
What is that? Is that a brand name or what is that?
You don't know. It's just it's printed on the edge of the parachute. There's like a logo and
Gary
angels
Lemington.
falling or whatever, but it says Falling Angels White Horse.
So is Arthur from Dawson or is he from Whitehorse?
Gladys was from Whitehorse, and the airline was from Whitehorse.
Arthur.
Oh, Arthur is from Dawson City.
But he's a pilot. He might be aware of like skydiving groups and things because it's in his domain. You know, you're a pilot, you'd know about that sort of thing. What's more likely to?
Do you
Yeah,
show
let's
it to? You show the parachute to Arthur?
Yeah, show him the parachute and the mark and say, have you heard of Falling Angels, Whitehorse?
He'll say, yeah, it's a group in the Whitehorse Airport. They give like skydiving and parachute lessons.
Interesting. So I think I'll say to Arthur, I think this is how she ended up by the river. She's bailed out of the plane. The story she's given us is a load of bunkum.
He says, "What do you think happened to these others?"
I have no idea at the moment. I mean, they didn't have parachutes on, did they? Obviously.
He says,
knows?
maybe
I
they
mean,
forgot.
Maybe she held the whole crew hostage. Maybe she hijacked the plane. Maybe we got a hijacking here, and she's forced people to jump out off the plane at gunpoint.
He says,
Could be a
he
real
says
crazy.
maybe. He says we didn't find a weapon with her. I'm not sure how she would hijack the plane. Maybe it was lost.
Yeah, just toss it out the window. You're never going to find a gun in the middle of Yukon, are you? She could just chuck the gun out the window before she jumped off the plane.
So there was a gas mask, so maybe she gassed people.
Yeah, maybe she gassed people.
Because people fell asleep.
Yeah,
and these four didn't fall asleep, so they were made to jump.
Well, the oxygen could be for that, or it could be because she jumped out at very high altitude. Because this is already high altitude, this area, isn't it? Because it's mountainous. So you'd have to be quite high when she jumped out. She could have hijacked the plane, forced people to jump out of the plane, and then done something to cause the plane to crash, and then jumped out. Why? I don't know. Maybe she's just trying to become famous or something. I don't know.
I mean, if everybody fell
story
asleep,
of alien abduction,
including the pilots.
Get back to where we once belonged.
Arthur says, "Is there anywhere else you'd like to go before heading back to Dawson City?"
Rona farted on a stoner, pooped, and then he followed through.
have we got enough light to make it to the crash site and then back to Dawson?
He says, "Yeah, we could stop at the crash site."
Get back to where you once belonged.
Could be something that we missed. No, we know that she didn't fall out of the plane like we thought.
What
He's a
will we
fucking bullshitter.
look for?
Yes.
What would we look for?
Did the plane burn up at all?
Yes, it caught fire on the ground, and the insides were burned.
But was it like typical of a plane with a full fuel tanks catching fire?
Well, the wings were knocked off, so that mitigated it somewhat.
All right, so the wings carried a lot of the fuel. Yeah.
Maybe gas cylinders.
Yeah, that's sort
They
of thing we
they
can
would
look for.
survive, I guess.
Unless, of course, she threw them out the window once she used them.
Did they recover the black box?
No, there was no black box on the aircraft because it was just a small commuter flight.
And that's why the guy that I silenced, he was sleeping.
Ah, that's not a bad point, actually. If you could contact some of the others, maybe the pilot, you might find that he fell asleep as well. That would be very unusual, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
So
I
maybe
believe.
your theory
I
of
believe
the
basically.
gas.
Yeah, everybody fell asleep except these 4 people, so they were made to jump, and then Gladys just.
Or maybe they were
Parachuted.
thrown out once they were unconscious, and she only got to throw out a few before the plane was going to go down, and then she
But
jumped out herself.
why would she throw them out if the
Because
plane
she's
was gonna crash
crazy.
anyway?
She's a nutcase, and she's trying to fabricate a story of alien abduction for her own financial ends. Or
Does she look
I
fit?
think she's either a psychopath who just wants money and fame and doesn't care about killing people on the way, or she's mad. But she could have
Okay.
gassed the whole crew, thrown out 4 unconscious people, and then the plane's going down, so she's got to get off herself. She gets off, the plane crashes, she lands where she lands.
It's just strong enough to hold like 4 people through the open door of a flying aircraft. So when we looked at her, was she like fit?
No, she's short and plump. But
Do
she
we have
wouldn't
a
have to
stick-
pick them up. She would just have to,
Drag him.
and she doesn't have to like carry 4 people at the same time.
Sure, but
Do
I mean,
we know where they were
it's-
sitting? Do we have a seating plan for where they seat allocations? If they were
No,
sat
you
near the
don't. You don't
back
have
door.
a. It was kind of like free seating.
Okay. Maybe they were sat near the door, so they were just easiest to get out. Just unlucky enough to be sat near the door. And the others were pretty unlucky as well, weren't they?
Okay, so
difficult.
I'm going to say that Arthur takes you to the crash site. Are you guys going to kind of look through the crash site? And what are
Yeah.
you looking for?
We're
Sarah's looking
any
for the gas cylinders.
gas cylinders.
Okay, and where are you going to look?
Around the crash, probably like
Inside the plane?
60 feet around. Maybe it could have fell on the way. I don't
Is
know.
all
Okay.
the luggage still here? Is all the luggage
Yeah.
still here?
Yeah, all the luggage was left behind. They
Let's
haven't
look.
come to clear the site yet.
Look for Gladys's luggage.
Okay. Make a survival roll to go look through the plane and look for luggage.
Survival is rough.
Okay, Warren, you
I
find
don't know. I'm in the middle of a game.
the remains of a
I'll have a
bag
look in a
in
minute.
the baggage area,
Jeez.
and you can't tell whose bag it was, but you do find a metal cylinder inside the bag, and it's got basically it looks like a gas container, and it's got some
right.
kind of electronic device on it, but you can't tell because it's been broken and melted.
Aha.
Okay. Bag it up for evidence. She had a timing device on it, so she knew when it was going to go off. So many minutes into the flight.
Why didn't police find it?
Because they weren't looking for it, were they? They thought it was a plane gone off off its flight path and crashed. But the first thing you're going to think of, is it, that people have been gassed and deliberately killed?
Yeah, but the general search through stuff could have probably found this. Anyway,
I think we need to radio the mounted police and tell them to make sure that that woman doesn't disappear.
Arthur will radio ahead and ask them to like post guards.
Excellent.
When you fly back to Dawson City, what's your plan when you get to Dawson City? When you get back, it's going to be evening, like 6 o'clock.
well, we need to
Suppose
talk to
go-
the
go-
constable.
Go see the cops.
Yeah,
see
straight
the
away. We don't want to
detective.
wait about. We don't want to get in a chance to clear off and escape.
Okay, all right.
Or
So
know we're coming.
you go to the RCMP center. Constable Nelson McDonald is there. He says, I received your notice. You said you had evidence of
Foul play.
wrongdoing. What evidence do you have?
Okay, so we've got the map, and show them on the map the location of the bodies that we found, and that they're basically following the flight path that the plane took. Show him the gas mask and the
The gas
cylinder that
mask,
was in her luggage,
And the parachute
and the parachute.
and the backpack.
Okay.
Yep.
buried
I'm going to say that
parachute.
Arthur had radioed ahead, like the name on the parachute, and Constable McDonald is going to say, I called the airport, and they were able to confirm that Gladys March took parachute lessons, and they said on the last day of her parachute lessons, one of their parachutes disappeared. But they couldn't prove that she took it, but they suspected it. He says, okay, so you show him the gas canister, and he says he'll have people take a look at it.
Maybe they can work out what gas it was, and then find out whether she bought some of that gas. What was her background? What did she do for a living? Was she a dental nurse or something?
Hang on, I think I have that information.
Would she have access to medical gases?
Oh, if she was a dental nurse, then definitely, yeah.
She worked at a veterinary clinic.
No.
Ah, there you go. That's it. Elementary, my dear
Another
Watson.
solved case.
We're good at this, aren't we? We're getting real good. We're like the best. We're like the X-Files people, but better.
I mean,
Okay, so the fallout for this, you guys did very, very well. You guys were able to piece it together very nicely and find all the clues. When confronted with the evidence, Gladys, of course, will clam up and will refuse to say anything. She'll hire a lawyer. And
Hang on. I'm going to play a card.
Okay.
Is there? I'm just frustrated. There is nothing really supernatural around.
Oh, that's that's perfect. Okay, so yes, Gladys will gloat and talk about their master plan.
Yeah, that's it.
She,
You
you guys were
persuaded her
right.
and got her to tell us the
she-
whole thing.
She planned this whole thing because she wanted to be abducted by aliens, but aliens would never abduct her, and so she thought at the very least she could become famous for being abducted by aliens, and so she cooked this whole thing up. She stole a can of anesthetic gas from the veterinary clinic, and she stole a parachute. She took parachute lessons, and she gassed the people on the plane, and she threw a few people out to kind of like, so she wouldn't be the only one who disappeared. And
Yep.
then she set the plane so that it would eventually crash after she jumped out. But she will say that she doesn't, that she was found approximately 6 days after the crash, but she doesn't understand it because she only remembers 3 of those days.
Yeah, well, that's because you're mad.
Yeah.
And
Does
she
She
will
actually
be
did get
say,
abducted
"I
arrested.
by
would've
aliens.
got
Has she
away
got any
with it
red
too"?
marks on her neck, like someone's stuck a couple of needles in? You know, like a 3-pronged needle. And then she got a sore ass. You was abducted by
Okay.
aliens that were harvesting farts, yeah.
Does she say? I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for you pesky kids.
No, but she should. Okay. All right. So since we have about an hour left, we can go ahead and start with the next episode.
Sarah
And,
says, "Oh damn! I wish you got a supernatural case. There's nothing supernatural in this world anymore.
All right. Well, you might get
That's
your
the
wish.
medium.
All right.
Well,
So
we got to
It's
file this
me.
story with the magazine.
Yeah.
We got an exclusive on this as well. We got an
That's
interview
right. That's right. You got
interview
a
with
story to write
Sheila
about.
Taylor,
It's not a
North Dakota,
supernatural story, but it is a weird story.
the UFO psycho killer.
Gregory bought a portable typewriter with him.
All right. So you guys write up the story. You record it. You've got all your photographs and recordings already of Gladys. Now, about a month is going to pass before your next mission. Are you guys planning to do anything during that month?
Do we get paid?
Okay.
Yes. So during those 4 weeks, you'll make like $2,000.
We shall not post pictures of Gladys because she wants the fame. She put on her makeup, and we're not gonna give her that. We're not even gonna say her name. Just say a mad woman. Yeah. No
Yeah, we'll
fame for
pixelate her
the
face.
killer.
We'll invent pixelating.
Okay. Oh, sorry, that should be 2,000 each. So hang on here.
Make it rain.
All right, there you go. All right, so anything you guys are going to be doing between March and April?
I'm going to be researching survival and occult and see if we get an
Okay.
advance.
I've
Just
been
you know,
working
dropping a
out.
hint.
Working out, practicing.
Yeah,
my
I'll go
kung
ahead and do
fu,
the advance right now. That's a good
practicing my
idea. I
kung
usually
fu
do it at
and,
the end.
playing lots of gigs, writing songs about fallen angels.
Yeah, I've noticed we're doing a lot of survival roles and none of us can do it. So
I've got D4 in it. So far, I
Well,
haven't got less than
you can
7.
certainly now say that you've learned a little bit about survival by hanging out with Arthur and going out in the woods and digging around. So you've had some opportunities to build your skills.
and now I can do this as
Makes
well. I
sense.
can do this as well.
I've planned all my advances, so they're just coming up automatically now.
They're
Yeah.
handy, aren't they?
All right,
I'm
now
going down the martial arts route.
in April, Tava will call you guys back to 445 Henry Street. Those who don't live there. And she's going to tell the party that she's had a request from Chicago, the south side of Chicago. And she says that a construction company has been building a hotel, and the construction has been impeded by reports of ghosts in and around the construction site, particularly at night, as well as other disturbances. And so she says that she's arranged for Bumpy to fly you out to Chicago, and you're going to arrive at the Chicago Midway Airport a few blocks from the construction site. And you are to speak to the construction manager, Marquise Deshawn. She says you'll fly out in the morning.
All right.
So you guys will have about a day to prepare. If there's anything that you guys want to buy for your trip to Chicago and your investigation
time?
of ghosts.
What time
So,
of year
you-
is it?
It's April. So in Chicago, it's going to be cold,
Yeah, well, cold weather clothing.
but it's not going to be as cold as the Yukon.
That's all right.
Oh, yeah, it's
So
April. Right.
it's like Chicago is in the northern U.S., so it's in April. Probably it's not going to be snowy, but it's going to be cold.
I want to pick up
Windy. Is it windy?
Yes.
piloting lessons.
When you guys say lessons, do you mean the normal advancement, or is that an activity you can do for extra stuff?
Advancement.
Yeah,
but,
if you want to
okay.
take like lessons and things during that month off, you're certainly welcome to. Actually, the daily highs are going to be about 10 to 15 degrees Celsius, so it's actually not bad. It's a little cool, but not cold by April. It's early spring.
Yeah, it's what I have outside right now.
We can buy a parabolic microphone.
All
I
right, so
think-
first, yeah, if you want to buy any equipment, you can. All right, first, I'm going to kind of show you the area of Chicago that you're going to.
They're like squares there, don't they?
So over here is the airport, and this isn't the big airport. Like Chicago has this airport called Chicago O'Hare, and it's a gigantic airport. But it's actually one of my favorite airports because it's so well designed. This is not O'Hare. This is like a little community airport, which means it's perfect for Bumpy's little airplane. Then your construction site is over near the seaside here.
Some of these places.
That's Lake Michigan there.
Some of these places are familiar to me because I played a Call of Cthulhu game set in Chicago as well. So recognizing place names.
So this construction site is on the southwest side of Chicago. It's south of Chinatown in an area called Bronzeville. And it's not too far from Lake Michigan. So
What's the
this is
building
just to
there?
kind of give you an idea of what it looks like.
What are they building?
She didn't say. She just said it was a construction site.
I suppose we have to report to Marquise Deshawn, do we?
Yes.
He'll be at the site. Is he at the site?
Hang on, I'm pulling that up right now.
You fuck.
I suppose we need to get some accommodation as well.
All right, now, let me pull this up for Sorry, give me a second. I'm going to put some markers on the map here. All right, so you have this area between Pershing Street and State Street. And on the map that I've given you, it's an empty lot. But by the time you get there, you see a building that is 6 stories tall. And it's under construction. They're still building it. But the lower, like the first 5 floors or so, look basically finished. And at the front on the door, like there's kind of a fence around it, and on the fence there's a sign that advertises the Hotel 88. Now, so I'm imagining you guys are going around in your van, and you guys are able to, like, you know, park on the street outside the Hotel 88. And as you guys are getting ready to go in, there's this woman walking by. Hang on just a second. Okay. She's a plump, elderly woman. She looks like probably in her 70s, maybe. And kind of a short, elderly, plump black woman. And she's pushing like a little cart. It almost looks like a baby carriage, except instead of like where you'd put the baby, it's just basically got a box, and she's like got groceries in there. So it's almost like a very small shopping cart. And when she sees you standing outside the gate, she kind of sneers at you angrily as she's walking by, and she says, "Haven't you got any shame? You ought to be ashamed of yourselves building a hotel here. And Hotel 88? Mercy. God forgive you, but that's low." And she walks away.
We're not building a hotel. What's wrong with you, woman? What are you going on about?
I'll walk after her and try and strike up a conversation with her.
Okay, what do you say?
I'll say, excuse me, madam. I heard what you said there. We're not actually involved with the building of the hotel, but I'm really interested to know why you feel it's such a bad place to build a hotel. And what's the significance of the 88?
She seems taken aback, and she says, I'm sorry. They just shouldn't be doing it, that's all." She says, "Pardon me, I have to go."
I can make it worth your while. just to spend a few minutes to talk to me.
She says, I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. What
Yeah.
what used to be there? What used to be there before the hotel started being built?
She walks off muttering.
You have a good day.
I make a sketch of the woman in my notebook.
All right,
So it's
you
a
go
they're
inside.
building a hotel here, are they? They're building a hotel.
Yeah, it says the Hotel 88.
Is it actually open? Is it
No,
functioning?
no, it's like the gate is unlocked, like you can go in, but like it's like saying like the grand opening is still months away.
Okay. Look for the site office or
Okay.
where the architect and head contractor might be.
Okay. All right. There's like a little sign on the gate saying, with like the construction company name, and it says ask inside. It sort of directs you inside the building.
Okay, yeah, head in then.
All right, so you go inside the first floor, and there's a receptionist on the first floor in the reception window. And she says, yes, may I help you?
Ask for Marquis Deshawn.
She says, yes, this way, please. And she leads you through a couple of doors and into an office. Okay, let me find Marquis Deshawn. Okay, so Marquis Deshawn is a young black man with short hair and a trimmed mustache. He's late 20s and very flamboyant looking, with a long flowing coat, and he's wearing like a dark purple pinstripe suit and a purple necktie. And he
Cool
says,
thread.
hi, come on in. My name's Marquis Deshawn. And you are?
Fashionable. My name's Warren
Yeah.
T.
And he says, how can I help you?
We're from the Beyond the Black.
Oh, he says,
Some
yes.
problems with haunting or reports of.
He says, yes, please have a seat. He says, this is a very historic area of Chicago. He says, this area used to be called Bronzeville, or the Black Metropolis, the Black Belt, or sometimes just the Stroll. And it originally extended from 31st to 39th Street, from Martin Luther King Drive, which was once called Grand Boulevard, to State Street, but later extended from State Street to Lake Michigan, and from 16th to 61st Street. It was a black neighborhood, and it's still about 95% black. But recently, more Chinese and Vietnamese are coming in. Chinatown to the north is kind of spilling down. We started construction here about 8 months ago. And actually, we got a really good deal on the land. Nobody wanted it. For decades, this place has just sat empty, from what I understand. And so first, when we started digging the foundations, we were really surprised because we found old foundations when we started digging. And the old foundations were really strong. They looked good. So instead of taking them out, we just reinforced them and reused them. And we also found a basement. And once we dug it out and cleared it out, it was good construction and we kept it. There was a lot of debris in the basement, like had been used as a garbage pit or a fill pit, maybe for whatever had been here before when it got knocked down. And when we were digging it out, we found this old sign with the number 88 on it. And, you know, I thought it looked cool. So we decided to call this the Hotel 88. And he shows you a picture.
Is Sarah, you picking up any supernatural vibes?
Am I?
And so he shows you this photograph and he says, we found this this sign, the 88, down in the basement. And it was in pretty bad shape, but we got somebody to remake it for us, and that's going to be the logo of the new hotel. Now, Sarah, this building isn't quite as loaded with psychic energy as the Black Veil Society in New York, but almost. Like this whole building is just buzzing with psychic energy.
How far into the construction it is? Pretty early, almost done.
Close to being done, it looks like. So like here, the lobby and areas you can see are not completely furnished. They're not finished, but like the carpets are already down, the lights are on. And you can see that outside the building, up through like the 6th floor, it looks pretty good. Like they've made good progress. Let's see, how tall is this building? Okay, yeah, so like right now it's about 6 stories tall. And Marquis says, eventually, our plan is to go up to the 8th floor, which kind of fits, you know, Hotel 88, 8th floor, you know. That's just coincidence. But anyway, also when digging out the basement, we found this old burned up toolbox, and so we decided to call the cafeteria the Toolbox Cafe for working people. You know, this isn't going to be a hotel for, you know, rich people. We want it to be for everybody. Well,
Ask him
anyway,
about the history of the site. What was here before you started building?
he says, I don't know. It was just an empty lot for decades. I didn't really research what it was before.
We just had an encounter in the street with a elderly black lady who told us we should be ashamed of ourselves for building on this site and calling it the 88.
Well,
So,
I don't
what
really
did you
know. You know, some of the people in the neighborhood did give us kind of a hard time about building here. You know, they can be kind of superstitious, I think.
Can I use common knowledge to see if I know anything about this folklore of 88? I'm thinking because of the musical keys on there, and me being a musician and a jazz musician, would I have any sort of recollection? I won't.
I don't know anything in common knowledge. I might go.
Okay, now you seem to recall something about there being a Club 88, a jazz club in Chicago in the 1920s, but it wasn't a big club, it wasn't a famous club. You've just like heard the name and you've heard it associated with jazz.
Yeah, right on, man.
And yeah, the 88 is kind of a reference to piano keys.
Okay, yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
So Marquis says, you know, from the time we started, you know, we had problems with the construction. Um, there were problems with people saying it was cold even in the middle of summer. We started like building 8 months ago, and late summer, and it should have been hot, but people were complaining it was cold, especially in the basement when we first started working. And then as we built the hotel, we had electrical problems, lights not working, lights flickering, going on and off. Coming in the morning, the lights are on. We turn on a light, it goes out. Later, as we develop more, um, we we had problems with electrical fires, like electrical outlets burning out. We had fire alarms going off. I don't know how many times there's a fire station just like a block away. Um, Engine Company 16. I don't know how many times they've come over here because our fire alarm goes off, and like we're connected to the system, so the fire alarm goes off here, it goes off there. They come over here and wonder where the fire is. We've had
Did you say the toolkit was burnt?
yeah, we found this burned up toolkit in the basement.
Was there a fire here?
I don't know. I didn't look. Maybe. Um,
1920s jazz club. And what was going on in Chicago in the 1920s?
are you asking Marquis Deshawn, or are you wondering that?
No, I'm speaking out loud to the rest of the party. I'm saying what was going on around here in the 1920s.
Make a common knowledge roll to see if you know.
Yeah. Yeah, Al Capone, gangsters, prohibition.
Yeah,
speakeasies.
gangsters, prohibition, speakeasies, that kind of thing.
And, yeah,
But
so
also,
jazz club,
like, it was
underground club.
segregated, which is why they had a black area of Chicago. So
But all the white people would come down to the best music in the black places.
that's right. New York City, for example, still, I think it's still on the books, or they might have recently taken it off the books. But even up until not so long ago, New York City had a law that said that you couldn't have dancing in your club without a special license. And that law actually goes back to the 1920s because white people were going to jazz clubs and dancing with black people. They're like, oh, we can't have that. Let's pass a law so that the black clubs would need a license. But to get it, they had to go to like the white government to get it. And the white government would always say, no, not for you.
Yep.
And if they had dancing, then the police could break up the place, right?
Yeah.
So
just another excuse.
anyway, Marquis Deshawn continues. He says we had elevator problems. The elevator constantly stopping, getting stuck, going to the wrong floor. He says then we had water problems. Come in the morning and like the water's on and it's the carpets would be wet. Or the water pressure was too low. You turn on the water and you just get a trickle. We had air quality problems. People, the workers were complaining about smoky burn smell, a rotten smell, electrical smell, chemical smell. We had problems with mold in the basement. So it's just been one thing after another. And he says, as we've gone along, the problems have just gotten worse. And recently, I've been having trouble keeping people working here because they're complaining that the hotel is haunted, and they keep saying that they've seen ghosts. And so I thought I could get you guys to come out here and investigate and hopefully debunk all of this. and you know, I can get back to work and finish this hotel.
Okay, well, we do our best.
So the
won't we?
construction was fully halted.
Right now, the construction is halted, at least over this weekend. I figure, you know, if you guys could stay in the hotel and just investigate over this weekend, and you know, take a couple of days, and just have the hotel to yourselves, that might help you, especially if we get the workers out and you don't have anybody interrupting you. You could just look around and investigate as you like. Um,
All right.
but if you're willing to do that for me, that would be a big help. Especially if you can put the workers at ease so that they can come back and finish. If you're willing to do that, I'll introduce you to my construction manager and let you get to it.
Okay.
He says right this way. He's up on the 6th floor.
Hmm.
I want to ask
Go ahead.
Marquis de Sean. Do you know there are any good jazz clubs in this area?
He says I'm sure there are, but to be honest, although my grandparents were from this area, I don't know much about it.
Okay.
But you know, ask around. I'm sure you could find somebody. We're hoping the Hotel 88 will have a jazz club on the 6th floor.
Hmm. Well, I think you probably have a
Uh,
jazz club here already. You just don't know it.
I might have missed the information, but is there anyone that got somehow hurt or that witnessed something?
He says some of the workers have reported things. He says my foreman Reginald Brown will know more about that.
She go talk to him.
He passes you a map. He says this is a map of the hotel. Oh, sorry, Lazar. I see your note there. Take it easy. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Cool. Stay good.
See ya.
We should talk to that guy and see if he knows any. Ooh, it's a big place.
So you have a basement. You have 6 floors that are basically finished, and they're currently working on the 7th floor.
Color coded.
All right, so Marquis de Sean is going to take you to Reginald Brown, who's in another. He's up on the 6th floor, and in the 6th floor, when you walk up there, there's just a big open space with a dark purple carpet. You can see that there's a stage and a piano on the stage. And Reginald Brown is an older black man in his 60s. He's heavy set. He's balding. And when you come in, he seems to be working on an electrical outlet on the stage. And Marquis de Sean will say, Reginald, these people are here to investigate our problems. Please be forthcoming with them. Tell them everything. If you have any trouble, call me. Otherwise, I'll see you Monday morning.
So he's still working. I thought nobody was working on it on the building.
Oh, do you say that out loud?
No, I asked the what's the name?
Marquis?
What's the name? Marquise, yeah.
Yeah, Marquis Deshawn said that they had stopped working for the weekend. Although he did say that Reginald Brown was like his construction manager and foreman. Sorry, actually, Marquis Deshawn is the construction manager. Reginald Brown is the foreman. He's in charge of the workers. Reginald Brown comes over, shakes your hand. He says, "I'm Reginald Brown. I'm the foreman. I oversee the workers and organize the work on these levels." He says,
So you're still
I'll be
working.
working through the weekend here, but I'll stay out of your way."
Why are you still working?
He says, "I'm the foreman. There's a lot to be done. Plus, if you have any questions about the building, I'll be on site in case you want to ask me."
So why are the others not working then? Why only you?
A lot of them are afraid to be in the hotel right now. A
So
lot
you just
of
don't
lot of
care.
scary things have happened, and me, I don't get scared easily, and I just like to focus on my work.
Can I ask you about the foundation you found?
Yes, I was
Basement.
here when they found it.
What was this building before then? Was it a jazz club?
Um, there was obviously a building here before. The basement was quite extensive, and it had very large foundations, very well made foundations. Some kind of large building was here, but I haven't looked into it.
Okay. When you bought the site, you must have had the original deeds from the city.
Marquis Deshawn handles that, but he's not actually the owner. He's just overseeing the construction. So
Okay.
whoever owns the building might know that. I'm not in touch with them. I don't think they've ever visited.
Okay. We're
Did
gonna
you
be
demolish
staying-
the?
Oh, go
Sorry.
on.
Did you demolish the whole place before building this, or did you?
Oh no, there was nothing here. There was when we came here, it was just an empty lot, and there was some flooring on the ground. There was like concrete tile, things like that, but there was nothing left standing. We didn't really find anything until we started digging to make the foundations. We cleared the lot, bulldozed it over, and we started digging, and that's when we found the basement and the foundations.
What was in the basement?
Mostly fill, bricks, concrete, tile. We think whatever building was here before um, was either knocked down or came down, and they just filled in the basement with debris and then pushed dirt over it, buried it.
When you excavated the basement, did you find any sort of burnt materials?
Oh yeah, there was a lot of burned material, a lot of fire signs on the brick and concrete, a lot of melted stuff, burned wood.
No human remains, though?
No, we didn't find any. He says, so let me tell you about the place. We started construction 8 months ago. And from the very beginning, when we first started building the first floor, even when we had just dug out the basement and refinished the basement before we even put the first level up, we started having problems, things moving around. You put something down, you come back in the morning, and it would be in a different place, or it would be gone. You leave your toolbox in one place, it'd be gone, and then a couple of days later, it would be back. Um, you unlock a door, and then later you go and it's locked again. Or we'd come here in the morning and the doors would be wide open.
So what do you make of it?
Well, at first we thought maybe squatters, maybe homeless people were moving in. That happens sometimes. But when we looked, we never found anybody trying to live in the place. As construction progressed, sometimes we'd find like water faucets on. Once the second level was completed, we were putting in water pipes and connecting things. And sometimes we'd find the water was left on. Um, and I never saw it, but some people would say the doors would open and close by themselves. The fire alarm kept going off. Um, or sometimes it wouldn't even go off here. It'd go off in the fire department, like a block over there. Engine 16 would send a couple of guys and they'd say, your fire alarm's going off again. Um,
So if you don't think it's squatters, what do you think it is?
well, I think the place might be haunted.
Yeah,
It
I
says,
think I-
when we got to the fourth floor, that's when we started having electrical problems, water problems. We started having spontaneous fires. Um, people walk into a room and there's a fire in there, and we'd have to put it out. Nothing big. When we got to the fifth floor, late at night, workers began telling me that they could hear voices, hear music. Sometimes I heard it myself, hear piano, jazz, horns, people talking. Um, but it was when we got to the sixth floor, people began saying that they saw ghosts.
why did you choose to
Hello, Drake.
make this sixth floor a jazz club or a concert venue?
I don't know. That was Marquis who decided that.
It's interesting because it seems
So
like that's
you-
where voices are coming from.
So you think it's ghosts, but you just don't care?
Well, it's a job.
Just being
I
practical.
go, I focus on my job. I try not to worry about other things. Just get my job done, get my paycheck. You know, I only have a few more years until I retire.
I mean,
I'm not
I
going to let a
think
few
most-
ghosts slow me down. Nobody's jumped out and said boo or tried to eat me yet.
so you're the only one that worries about the job that wants money. I think most people here wants to work and
Well, there are guys who work. I mean, like they didn't all quit. Some people quit. There's a high turnover rate.
Some people are more suspicious and some people just get on with crap. Yeah.
But for this weekend, Mr. Deshawn has given everybody the weekend off. Said he'd bring in some people to look the place over.
Okay, you've been
That'll
in
do us.
Chicago all your life, have you?
Yeah, but I was born in the North Side.
Okay, but the fire station you mentioned, that's an old fire station, is it?
Yeah, that's been there a long time.
So that was probably here when the original building was standing.
Probably. It's a
Okay.
very old building.
Yeah.
So probably it's been the same engine company for a long time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll do our best to sort of get to the bottom of what's going on. It does sound like it's some sort of supernatural activity, but we'll either prove or disprove that. And if it is ghosts, I suppose you're going to need an exorcism or something. That's not really our speciality.
He says, I don't really know about such things. He says, anyway, you'll usually find me up here working on the sixth floor. I'm just finishing up the wiring up here. Over
Be
the weekend,
careful.
I'm going to be working up here on the sixth floor. If you can't find me here, usually I have the room right next to the stairs on the second floor. 201. I sleep there when I stay over. I'm going to be staying over this weekend to do work on various rooms.
Just be careful with the electrics. Make sure there's a physical, remove a component from the circuit rather than just rely on a switch. Because if it is ghosts, they can flick a switch.
He says, I'll take extra care.
So the lights are already working on the lower levels.
He says, yes.
Yeah.
He says, here, I got something to show you here. And he says, follow me back to the bar. And he takes you to the other side of the 6th floor where there's a kind of bar. And he goes behind the bar, reaches under the counter, and he pulls out a box. He says, these are some things that have turned up over the after we started work on the 6th floor. We started finding these things here on the 6th floor, and he sets them out on the bar. First, he sets out a pair of burned wire cutters and a cufflink, a necklace, and a silver ring.
What is that?
He says nobody's claimed it, and but he says all of these things were found on the 6th floor.
What were the items again?
Here, I'll put it in the chat.
What do you mean they were found? Isn't this place just populated by you workers?
Could be manifestations of ghostly activity. Wire cutter.
He says, one time the wire cutters were found in the bathroom. The cufflink was found on a table. The necklace was found in the women's restroom. The silver ring was found near the piano.
Do they have any markings on them? The cufflink and the silver ring and the necklace?
No markings, no like initials or anything like that.
Do they have
What-
hallmarks? Do they have hallmarks in America? I don't know. In Britain, we have hallmarks on anything made of silver or gold. That shows where it was made, what year it was made.
Oh, I see. Yeah, probably it would have those things.
Make a note of what the markings are. I can speak to a
Okay.
jeweler and find out if
Okay.
they're very old. What about the
Uh,
wire cutters? Are they an old design? I mean, he's an experienced contractor. Would he be familiar with this design? Is it a very old design, or is it?
He says, well, wire cutters are wire cutters. They haven't really changed much over the years. They look a little bit old fashioned.
Yeah.
Not like some of the new ones.
And interesting that they're burned.
Let me just a second. I'll put my hands over the items and
Yeah, good idea. Use your
Just
psychic powers.
detect hurricane. 1-1. I cannot.
Your
I
head
cannot even
explodes.
manage that.
Head explodes.
Here's what I will say is that you will detect arcana, but you're not able to form any kind of firm feeling about these things. It's very conflicted.
But there is something.
Yeah, there definitely is something to all of these.
Okay, I think we need to go and do some research elsewhere. Maybe the city library, wherever they store records of buildings, plans, and things like that, and the fire department.
Do we have any keys that we might need to access locked places in this place?
Yeah, they'll give you a set of master keys.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So I will see you guys in a couple of weeks, and we will investigate the ghosts of the Hotel 88.
Thank
All
you
right,
very
thank
much.
you all very much.
Have a good
Okay,
day.
good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Have a good fortnight.